All right, I'm back with some mean to be Opal. Some cracky. It's not expensive, but the colors are brilliant. Will we find a gem or two in here? Let's go have a look.
Hi everyone, good to be back. I am back for a short period at my machine, and then I'm going back up north again. One day I sort something out to be able to um, cut there. Maybe in nature. It's such a beautiful place. Look up Currumbin Valley Harvest on Insta or socials or on the web and see our place. It's awesome if you're around northern New South Wales or southwest Queensland, come visit us. If I'm there, I'll look after you. Awesome food, awesome place. It's a postcard. And that's what I've spent. I went there for 2 weeks, but I've spent a long time, 3 months. And now I'm back. It's great to be cutting. And this opal, well, I'll tell you at the end what it's worth. And it is, you'll learn for sure from it, but the results cannot guarantee. I don't know if we get anything out of it. It's from Minterby. It is low budget, but it's got lots of color. And as I said at the on the thumbnail, it is bright, very bright. But is it worth anything? Let's find out. You have a look, stick to the end, and you will see. So good to be back. Let's do it.
Some of them are decent size and have a nice, beautiful buzz, but those who know the mean to be, they know it can crack. So my first video back. Let's see, and at the end, I will tell you what I paid for it, and you'll be surprised. Put in the comments what do you think it's worth. It's a 1 ounce of mean to be, what looks like mainly crystal, and it's a low budget. But I think I got a bargain, as you know. Let's see. So I'm thinking of starting with those two. Quite big. This one is still a little cracky, but it has this beautiful blue-green bar. You know, one of them works out and will pay for the puzzle. Just a tip for those who are guessing. And this is the other one. It's flat and it's a little bit sandy. But look at this. I've got this reds, oranges that mean to be red and orange, which I love. But there's also deep green, blue here. And shining a little bit orange. So this might end up being sliced for two because it's quite big. Let's weigh them and see what we've got here. All right. So this flat one, 18 carats. And this thick, cracky one, almost the same. So a couple of 18 carats, a decent size. Let's go on the machine and see what we can come up with. Wow, I forgot how to cut. Maybe. I've been away for a while, but I can't wait to have a crack at those. All right, all right, all right. So what we've got here is what looks like a nice piece of meat to be seen. I've cut it in, sort of put a texture there where I'm planning to cut it around because one side of it is got this sidebar of red and green and this blue-green crystal on the other side. It's like two opals in one. So, but before I cut it, just in case there is a bigger one in there, I just want to expose a bit of skin here just to see what comes on top of that little, the smaller piece, because it's very distinctive, two bars, and I just want to see how that works out. So look, it's not an ideal opal, it's got cracks, and can you see the cloudy sand? I put a torch to it and it may go through the whole opal on that bigger piece. So this is a good lesson there. Just when you're buying the Opal at auctions, and a lot of the auctions these days are selling Opal, by stone, which is very clever because you get a lot more money that way. And you see see here, that's looking good and sparkly. That pink fire there, green, red, blues, everything. I quite like this small piece, so it will happen. I'm gonna cut it in two and see if we can get two good Opals out of it. I mean, it was 18 carats to start with, so it's quite big. But yeah, I'm just, another really important thing is I want to expose that sidebar as much as possible just to see how it runs. Does it run to the end of where I draw the texture, and how I slice it and cut it? So it's again just taking your time. It shouldn't be in a hurry. It's not fast food. It's Opal. It's expensive. It's delicate, and yeah, there is a lot of aspects to it. Not an easy craft, that's for sure, because the nature just every time surprises you. So yeah, with the auctions, you see a sidebar, you get excited, you pay the money, but a lot of Opal doesn't face the way it looks on the side. Luckily, that small piece does. Not sure, so okay. Not sure. See this small piece, you can see now that it's got a good color, and all I need is clean it up. It's not big, and I just want to make sure it's not sandy and it looks good. So I'll keep going until I clean it up. Alright, so this small piece, actually a couple of carats of really nice Opal. The side of it's got a bit of a milkiness because there's a color underneath, so I go in and see if I can do it, but there's also a little crack there too, so look, not a greatest of Opal. This one's got promise, but like I said, it might look much better from the side. Firstly, it's got cracks. Then it's got that milkiness on top of the calabar, and under the torchlight, some of the light is a bit blurry. It's not coming through all the way, so I suspect that this may not face as well as that bar looks. Looks like nice and crystal and beautiful blue-green, but especially that side. I just don't know what to, I think, yeah. Which way do you face? Just see how important it is to have a look how that bar runs and try to expose it as much as possible. That little sandy bit down the corner, it's really going in there. I just want to see, because that is one way I make a decision which way to go in. Oh, those nice oranges there. Don't you love just looking at Opal? Imperfect Opal, cheap Opal, still, I mean, nature's creation. Look at those colors. Where you gonna get that? Australian Opal, that's where. Nice, solid, meant to be South Australian Opal. So yeah, decided to go in there and let's see what's underneath. Like I said, I don't know. I don't know how that's gonna work out. So I'll just keep going and going and going until I see that face. You saw the glimpse there. Look at that electric blue-green. Wow, that is a crazy color, but as I suspected, that sand, that milkiness, that is not going to come off. And those cracks. So, a picture stone, bit of fun stone, nothing really to write home about. Yeah, that's a bit disappointing because honestly, I thought when I grabbed that piece, that was probably the best piece out of that puzzle. But nah, it's like the curtains, and they're not going to open. I can go in and in and in, and for those who are less experienced, you'll learn that with this kind of sand, use the torch, because that will show you exactly what it is. So could have picked it that was a risky opal. Just has sand all through it, the cloud, but this is not a nice cloud. It's just, well, it is what it is. Let's just, you've seen it, you know what it is. I can keep going forever. We're not gonna get a better result, so let's just stop it here. And then one piece becomes those two, I don't know, $50 value maybe for the little one. Once finished, that's got nice pin fire there, but it's still not perfect, it's not ideal, and it's small. Now this is one cracky opal, but there is a reason for my madness. I wanted to show you we don't need to do all the time expensive opal and everything works out. Why not just learn about opal and its imperfections? Look at the cracks, look at the indentations of holes and sand, but also look at that bright, crazy color on that bar. Now, I'm doing this for the purpose, just for entertainment, so there is a little bit of a thin bar on top, and it's for those who just want to see, how the opal can face. You see a thin bar, you think, maybe you have a color all the way around, and it's a nice and bright thin bar, and with mean to be in particular, the facing just doesn't work out a lot of times. The bars show brightness and thickness, and then you go to the face and you get that milk, or you get very subdued color. It just doesn't do it justice if you compare it with the bar on the side. But look what it could have been. I love that blue and green, like that ocean electric blue with a bit of green. It's just, in a lot of times, a much nicer color for me than the reds, even though you price the reds really high. And the blue and green opal, from my perspective, sells quicker, a lot better. Maybe because it's cheaper, I don't know, but it seems to be very, very popular. See the cracks? And even though I had that bar there, we ain't gonna get much. So how about we go and flatten it out and see what happens on the other side. Can we get to that bar is very thick. Oh, look at that, and very bright. And is it going to show us anything? Well, now we all know, looking at it, it's cracky, and hence this video is very different, right? It is not about getting $10, $20, $30,000 opal. It's about showing you the value for the money, for what you get, and also, people went, oh, look at that color. Oh, I love that. I wish it was clean. And you have so much thickness in it that you can just go in and in and in, and you have a hope. Just like if you're gambling at the casino or something, you have a hope the next one will work out. You're going in, and think you might clean up, you might get something. But you see the cracks, and you go, this is risk reward. This piece, you spend your time on if you get it for free. But you wouldn't get it for free, because no one would sell a Opal with color for free, no matter how many cracks or anything is there. Unless it's a giveaway in one of the auctions, because they sell so many Opals that they can afford to give away a couple. But you can tell this is not really happening here. So, but the color, look, and that could, if that will face probably better than the bright sidebar even. But look, it's not going to, so it's clearly another dud. Whoa, I like the pattern too. The cracks everywhere, sand everywhere, the whole batch, and I think maybe the whole parcel. Obviously from the same pocket, somebody picked it with the same quality. It's got that milkiness. So I'm gonna keep going until I get something out of it. Have you guessed what I paid for it yet? If you haven't, put it in. But alright, I'll speed this up again because it's you can see what it is. So this is what it is, kept going. You can see the cracks, you can see the sand, but very bright, beautiful crystal color. Look at that. It's so frustrating to see the potential, what could have been, what you want clean in the Opal, but yet you have a pretty much a worthless piece of Opal. And this is interesting because this is a B5 brightness and that thick bar, but you can see the cracks and everything. It's like 20 Opals in one little piece, and I just added it on. I was planning to Dremel it, but I just thought, okay, let's expose it. It is so bright, just maybe something will happen. But again, it's the formation of the Opal. It's that silica spheres reflecting the light that we can appreciate, even though it's imperfect. And for those learning, this is a great lesson. You can see how the Opal forms, what can happen, where are the cracks, what to watch out for. So I personally, when I was starting my journey, I would find this kind of videos very useful, because I'll be buying cheaper Opal, not expensive. A lot of pot stuff, I wouldn't even buy this color, because it still wouldn't be too much. Look at that, and you think, wow, that can be so good. So good. And there's such a thick caliber on the side, so you think you can go in and in. Maybe we'll get something here. Wow, that would surprise me with all these cracks. It was more for me, it was more like a Dremel piece. I thought Dremel around those little nooks of everything, but look, look how bright that is. That is in my eye, with my eyes right now, that is as bright as I have seen it. Unfortunately, it's not perfect. Look at all these cracks. Ooh, look at that orange and green. Cool. And you think, no, I'm sounding pretty happy, but I'm not getting any value. Well, tell you at the end, it is not too bad. I'm not losing too much money. I'm gaining. And I missed the machine. 3 months, ended up in a cyclone, being locked up with no power for the whole region for 3 days. Darkness, winds you can't sleep, then flood. And we copped it quite badly at the Currumbin Valley harvest. 2 weeks, no power. Flood, mud, mold, lost many thousands worth of stock. So getting back to nice peaceful environment, even though it's beautiful there, and being able to cut opal of any kind, I feel privileged. So I'm not gonna whine and whinge. It is what it is. I picked a cheap opal. From the color, when you saw the parcel, you would think, gee, why is somebody selling it for that? 1 ounce, mean to be, which is, most of you know it's an opal that's not being commercially mined at all. You can still go in there. You can bring your equipment, but you've got to leave the same day. And believe me, you wouldn't leave the equipment there because you wouldn't have it the next day. So, but look at the color, both sides. I just, you know what? If I didn't know the industry, didn't know any better, I would think this is still a useful piece. You can do something with it, and people in 95% of the world probably would do something with it. Wouldn't think this is ugly or cracky or useless or anything. But we know, as far as the industry is concerned, this is not the nicest opal in the world. So this is what we've got. I really enjoy being back here, and I'm just gonna do my best to expose that color, and then we'll go and have a look at the pieces we've got to end the show. And I hope you enjoyed the show. Very different, not maybe what you expect. And let me know if this was useful or useless. Whoa, look at that. That's worth it. I don't care. Look at that. I don't care what it is. It's just brilliant color. Nature at its imperfect best. Yeah, so like I said, this is bright opal that is worthless. Look at the cracks. There's few carrots here, but it's just a picture stone. Do you think it's worth any money? Let me know in the comments. This off guard is probably the best piece because it's clean and it's gonna make like a freeform teardrop with the reds and oranges. It's a couple of carrots at the moment, and then we've got two more. So this is the big one. Look at that, the brightness there, but look at the cracks and the sand. Another picture stone. So I will consider all this worthless. Look at that crack running mean to be. And look at this bar that was on the side. It was so bright, and it just doesn't show up on the top. And then this crazy thing, B5 brightness, but obviously worthless. Look at that color. It's crazy. This is almost like flagstone, but it's because of the cracks. Look, and again, you've got all these reds, and you've got this side too. Now, if you have any ideas what you would do with it because of this beautiful brightness of color, let me know. But it's good to be back. It's good that I'm cutting. I know it's not the results we were after, but now the drum roll. I still got all this, all this rough opals to cut. It is meant to be, and as you could see, maybe some won't work out. I reckon this jelly will, but there's also like a nice crystal here. So $165 for an ounce. That's what I paid for it. Do you think that's a good value? I did all right. Will I get something out of it? Maybe not, but something different. I wanted to show you. Meant to be. Hopefully you learned how the back can look bright and not face, how cracks work, and like just a bit of a thought with the colors. And also see this kind of color, how if you get the right stone, you can definitely get some brilliant opal from that. Brilliant. And you wouldn't even know it's meant to be. It's lightning rich brightness, it's crystal, and I will get $165 out of it, even though we got nothing today. That's what it is. So good to see you all. I hope you enjoyed. Give me a like if you did. It's been a while. And yeah, subscribe if you want to see more of my buffoonery with Opal. Thank you guys. See you on the next one.